So in this video, I already have the appointment book part up and running inside the practice solution. Up at the top here, you're going to see the standard menus that you'll find in Windows. There's File, Edit, Tools, and these have certain things in them. You will very rarely ever need to use them, as we have found a much faster way to get the job done. In the next row, we have our toolbar. This has all the places you would go to normally, like the patient file. The next icon over is their claim. This button here is for like patient letters and things. This one brings up the appointment book, which is already up below. Services, payments, billing. This icon will pull up the Insurance Follow-Up Center, which is an extremely powerful and useful tool. This is the Messaging Center, which allows you to take care of and handle all your internal messaging. This is the registry, and the registry is for advanced users on how to really change the program to do a remarkable number of different things. The next one is for reports. This is for closing. This gets you a menu of all the different parts in the package in TPS, and you'll see there's just lots and lots and lots of different areas. This is a very large program, very powerful, but actually quite simple to use. This will add a record. This one deletes one. And then we give you a few tools like a calculator, and then here's cut and copy and paste. This pulls up the help system and manual, which is very extensive. This says whether the manual is going to be really computer animated or not. This will pull up the document solution directly from the program here and pull it up with the exact right patient. So if you need to see any files that they have stored in the document solution, you can go directly to it. These buttons here are called VCR buttons. They take you to the next record or the previous record, or they'll take you to the beginning or the end. And then this button right here, this will pull up a list or a search grid whenever you need to find anything. Now down below here, this is the appointment book. I have what's called all details turned on, which is why you see all this stuff up here at the top. I could turn all details off, in which case it's just pure appointment book, or I can have some level of details in between. Most people use it with all details turned on. This way, when I click on a patient, up above here, you'll actually get to see a great deal of information about that patient without ever actually going to their patient's file. You'll get to see their name and address, phone numbers, last visit, what's the patient balance and the current claim or carrier balance, what's their next appointment, what insurance they have, if they have a copay, and there's even a little copay icon here that allows you to pay that copay if you happen to be an office that actually collects the money before they go back and get their treatment. Over here to the right is a picture of the patient. Down below in this box, these are messages that are attached to the patient. You'll see Ben Benedict down here is green. By the way, I can change the widths of columns and things as well. But Ben Benedict is green, and the reason he's green is he has a message attached. And basically payment is needed on his account, don't accept checks, and so on. And you can do all kinds of color-coded messages built into into TPS. You can have as many columns on the appointment book as you would like. You can have 1, you can have 20. It's totally up to you. In the upper left-hand corner, this is a calendar that makes it easy to navigate between different days. You can just click on the day, and now I'm on Monday. I can go back to today by clicking on today, and we're back. And it just allows you to easily navigate amongst the different days. Down the left-hand side, you're going to see the time intervals. I have this window fairly small so that I can make sure it'll fit on everyone's computer, when you're running this demonstration. But you can actually have this appointment book take up an entire screen, very large, see 17, 18, 19 columns at any one time, see the whole day up and down. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do depending on the size of your monitor. I happen to have started this one at 9 o'clock. There are different intervals that you can have, but this is set to 15 minutes, and you can set any interval of time that you would actually like. The reason why Liz, the PT over here, is kind of purpled out is because she's not actually working today. These other guys here, these guys are working. The area down here where it says unavailable, it says that because really that's their lunchtime, so they're unavailable for appointments. Now, most of the time throughout this demonstration, this package will be set up in more of a multidisciplinary format. So if you're a physical therapist, a chiropractor, a massage therapist, a medical doctor, or a combination thereof, the program itself can actually handle all those very easily and very specifically. And as part of the setup, it's all customized exactly for your exact profession or combination of professions that are contained within your office. To put somebody on the appointment book, all I have to do is take my mouse here, and you'll see it's moving, and I point to a slot and I click, and it gives me what's called a search grid. Here there are multiple columns, and there's even more that I have in here if you want to see more. You can also add columns or subtract columns if you don't use it. You can change the order of these. But this allows you to search. It came in here under the patient code or patient number, and I can search there, or I could go click over name, start to type. You'll see up here at the top, it's the letters I typed, and it found the first BO, which in this case happens to be James Bond. Then I press enter. His name is here on the appointment book. Maybe he needs to take he's going to be here for a longer appointment. So in that case, I can come up here and actually make the appointment longer. It drops it down now to block out more space. Another thing I can actually do on this appointment book is I can actually type right on it. I could say, call mom, it's her B-day, or something along those lines, which in a sense is like handwriting right onto the appointment book. So it's a very versatile appointment book. Now, when someone walks in the front door, if you're using our digital sign-in pad, they can just digitally sign in. If not, all you have to do is go up and click on their name, and you'll see the name just turned pink in the background. This tells the computer that they've already arrived. This way, the appointment book won't write a late message or start flagging and telling you to follow up. There are reports and things that the appointment book can generate that will do things like make sure that you don't miss an appointment. In other words, they don't show up, well, it'll flash and change the color to red, write a message into the messaging system so that you know that they've missed the appointment, and there's now a follow-up list to make sure that they get handled. Also, in your office, maybe the doctor or the provider might walk out and go, hey, whatever happened to Irene? Well, with the appointment book, that actually should never happen. It even has a report that goes over all the people that came in today and looks for any of those that left without a future appointment set. That way you can make sure no one just slipped out. You can also, if someone's going to go on vacation or something along those lines, and they say, call me in 3 weeks and I'll reschedule then, well, all you have to do is go right up into the messaging center. Here I am in the messaging center. I can add a new message and then tell it to remind me in 3 weeks to call. And this message center you're going to find is really, really useful. And I have offices that do as many as 50,000 messages a year. All the things that you would normally be putting on post-it notes and logs and all that kind of stuff can all go into the messaging center so that you're reminded to take care of everything that needs to be taken care of.